Do you see how garbage this cult is? Do you see the hypocrisy? Now here, forget about them. Actually, I'm not talking, this is not why I made the video, but to show you how this religion is a troubling religion for anyone who follow it. Why? Because as this sheikh, he said, there is something wrong with this religion. How in one hand you say a Muslim woman, she have to cover herself, in the other hand she have to give her boobs? I mean, what's wrong with this man Muhammad? And this is why the Muslims, they find this is very troubling. It's a stupid cult. And how in the world the Quran says that adoption is forbidden? And why this verse came? Because Muhammad want to have sex with the daughter of the donkey, Zainab bint Jahsh. So how adoption is forbidden, and now you are saying to me a woman who gave her breast to a man, she adopted him? And by the way, you can go and see the fatwa right now, that a person who do breastfeeding for adult from a woman, she is still lawful for him, he can marry her. What's wrong with this religion? Nothing right. Here in this website, this is islamweb.net. Somebody is asking the same question about the breastfeeding for Islam, you know, for women, and you know, he is very like upset. And this is the fatwa number. You know, fatwa, for those who do not know, it's like a holy answer according to Islam. This is the scholars. Those are not a bunch of YouTube, you know, kids saying things. The topic is the adult breastfeeding and what is the opinion of the mother of the believer Aisha about it. So here he's saying, what is how authentic this hadith that Aisha, she do breastfeeding, and can you explain to us? So here the answer, and they are saying to him, yes, this is how. So you know, when you try to understand things, try not to get the bad things, the bad ideas in your head. So they admitted that it's a bad idea will come when you say a man suckling a woman's breast. But ask yourself first, I mean, do you think really a man, Aisha, when Muhammad died, she was 18. So whoever that man is, you go to a woman, she is not even 17 or maybe 16, and now you want to suckle her breast. How she will become his mother? And as we, you know, I can show you the fatwa about the breastfeeding does not forbid you from having sex with the women. Still, you can marry her. You can do nikah too. So anyway, in this fatwa here, they explain to him that's nothing wrong with that. Yes, she did, and this is authentic hadith, and there's no problem with it. All right. If we translate to English, read with me carefully. They are saying there's no problem that when Aisha, the translation is not coming accurate. There's no problem when people come and enter do breastfeeding on Aisha. You know, she did that, and there's no problem with that. So don't be in trouble. Yes, she did. All right. And then the same website actually, and I think this website is running by the government of Qatar. You can check it out. You can contact them to be sure what is the origin. The question here is saying, is breastfeeding for adult forbid the man? Does it make it really his mother from breastfeeding? And is it true that Aisha, the mother of the believers, she used to send whoever want to enter upon her to her sisters or their daughters so they can do suckling, and that will make them unlawful? The answer, simply, You know, no. All the imam of the 4 Islamic Sunni sect, all of them, no exception, they accepted that breastfeeding for adult will not make you forbidden, which means will not make you forbidden from having sex with this woman. So what's the point of this? What the point of this then? If it does not make you forbidden, so all the idea is a fraud. The question here, as usual, the translation is not too much accurate, you know, but it's okay. That the hadith about Aisha, you know, she did the breastfeeding. Is it true that the mother of the believers, she sent adult who wanted to enter her on her to her sister, daughters, or her brother to breastfeed them? Is it forbidden? And he was forbidden for her? The answer, no, he is not forbidden. No, it's not. So what's the point? Nothing. It's a stupid, it's a man, crazy man, making fun of those poor Muslims, creating ideas just for a joke. And now the Muslims are suffering how the Prophet he do so. They think, because they think he is a prophet, right? And actually you see in the title, in the top, it says breastfeeding will not divert, like, you know, like will not forbid you from being lawful to the women, you know. This is the title. And this is the fatwa of the hadith, the publication of the Muslim scholars. If you zoom here, it's in Arabic, 3901. If you are a Muslim, go ahead and read it, and I will give you the link. So what's the point of this drama? Nothing. Nothing. As long as the man is still lawful to have sex with her. So what happened? Nothing. And this is the opinion of the 4 Islamic scholars. The 4 Islamic scholars, the 4 schools. You see, in the Muslim Sunni, they have 4 major schools. Now there's millions of sects actually, but those are the 4, the big one, and then from them there's many branches. So yes, all the 4 scholars, they agree that this will not forbid you from being lawful to the women. So what's the point of this? Do we have any Muslim have anything to say? Nothing, except Muhammad obviously is a mentally ill person. And they are quoting the same guy who said that Allah can destroy Tawheed. It says here that the 4 scholars of the 4 imams, they agree that breastfeeding for adult will not forbid you, will not make it unlawful for you to have a woman. And then they explain what Aisha she's saying, and then he quote what Ibn Hazm he said, the one who said Allah can destroy Tawheed. So forget about those bully. Forget about their denial. Maybe you are a Muslim who don't deny what your Prophet said. Maybe you are more decent than them. Maybe you are not a bully like them. But what is the reason for your Prophet to order a woman to give her breast to a stranger, and that will make this guy go inside your house? So if you have a taxi driver, he want to give your wife a ride, your wife, the first thing she have to do before she go with him, she have to take off her breast from her bra, and he have to suckle her in 5 different days, 5 different times, until he is satisfied. Not only he suckle like for a second, no, until he's satisfied. And I wonder, he will suckle what? I mean, women, they have milk only if they have a baby. Do you think women, even cows don't have milk always? Like, do you think women, they have a milk all the time? Like anytime you open the faucet and milk will come? So they will suckle what exactly? Aisha, she never have a kid. So they will suckle what? Isn't it obvious? Hey, Khalid, who cares if you are playing games or not, my friend? You said you want to call me up. We opened Paltalk for you many times and you did not call me. Just shut up. I mean, there's no way all this time you cannot find my name in Paltalk. You're just a kid. And why you keep talking about yourself? Who are you? I mean, look, but we have a topic. Aren't you worried about breastfeeding for adult? And then here, we notice there's big trouble with this story. It's not only like a stupid story, but there's bigger trouble. Let me show you how stupid this story is. The verse of stoning and the breastfeeding adult 10 times was revealed, and the paper was with me under my pillow. When the messenger of Allah died, we were preoccupied with his death, and a tame sheep came and ate it. Now forget about the tame sheep. He ate it, tame sheep, whatever. I don't believe that the goat ate it. I think the one who ate it is the Muslims at that time. Because if the goat ate it, don't you Muslim, you claim that you recite the Quran, memorize it? Okay, the goat ate it. Did she eat your heart? Did she eat your memory too? I mean, the goat, she ate a paper. Where is the verse? You know what I mean? The goat, she ate a paper. Okay, we got it. Why the verse is not there? If Aisha, she was ordering her sisters to do breast suckling for everybody who want to come upon her, that means this verse became very popular. Everybody knows about it. So it does not make sense that the verse disappear from the book and the excuse that a goat, she ate it. Actually, one of you, he sent me a video today made by an atheist. He's an atheist. He's an ex-Muslim. His name, I think, Haris Sultan, something like this. And he said the following.
I didn't understand the full context, but I just thought, you know, he's here sitting duck, so I'll just go for it. So I started trolling him a little bit. I'm sure he's seen the tweets, but he wouldn't respond. But anyway, so I woke up, and by the way, before we go further, so just so you understand the context, last week I spoke about, well, it had absolutely nothing to do with it, but it coincidentally it falls in the same context. So I spoke about this hadith, which is a very famous Sunan Ibn Majah hadith, in which Aisha said, again, there's a person here is Aisha. You know, I'm beginning to believe Aisha was cheekier than I thought, and she was having revenge on Muhammad and Islam for some reason. And I'll tell you why. So this is the famous hadith that I spoke about last week, that there was a verse of stoning adulterers and of breastfeeding an adult 10 times was revealed. Breastfeeding an adult 10 times was revealed, and the paper was with me under my pillow. When the messenger of Allah died, we were preoccupied with his death, and a tame sheep came in and ate it. So basically the final message of the creator of billions of galaxies, you know, this all-powerful being. Just imagine, I mean, we can't even lift a, you know, a 200 kilo rock, and you know how heavy the earth is. Apparently there is a weight, and you know, and the whole, now imagine the whole universe so big. So the creator of that would be so genius, smart. His final message was eaten by a sheep, by a tame sheep.
Come on. So what? I mean, the message, okay, he is powerful, Allah is powerful, but the goat ate the message. And are you saying to me that the goat is not powerful? Hold on, hold on. Don't you know that everything happened in this earth is by the will of Allah? Which means Allah, He made the goat ate it? Which means Allah is an idiot? So Allah, He sent the verse. He sent an angel from the seven galaxy. Wee, 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 talk, 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 talk. Hey, Muhammad, I have, I had delivery for you from Allah, okay? The woman, she came to you and she asked you about the guy, huh? Tell her to suckle him 10 times. And then the prophet, he received the message, but then the goat ate it. Look like Allah, he said to himself, what a stupid I was. Let me send somebody who can get inside the bedroom of Muhammad and take the paper and nobody notice. The answer very simple. Meh, the goat. And the goat, she went in the top of the, because remember the hadith says that the prophet was dead. He was what? He was dead. And the paper was under his pillow. So the goat, she went in the top of Muhammad in the bed. Meh, meh. And she flipped Muhammad because Muhammad is dead. And his head in the top of the pillow. I mean, how the goat, she was able to get to the paper? If the paper is under the pillow and Muhammad is sleeping on the pillow, I mean, he's dead. How the goat, she got it? She had to flip him. Meh, meh. And Muhammad fell in the floor. And now the goat, she like so happy. And she is so excited. It's like a, finally she got what she is looking for. Actually, as I remember, the Islamic FBI, they are looking for this goat. Because she is wanted. I saw in Taliban FBI, they are saying if you see this goat, please report her to 1-900 Taliban porn. I mean, she's famous. She eats books. You put a library in front of a goat, she will eat it. She will eat and no, I mean, she will even not even need water. Like she will not even ask for Pepsi. Goat, my friend, goats are dangerous. So this guy, this atheist, who is an ex-Muslim, he is wondering how in the world that there's a God, his name is Allah, he sent the final message and a goat, she ate it. And look, the goat, she is looking unbelievable. Like she says, are you talking about me? Meh. So what this gentleman don't understand, that the goat is sent by Allah. There's no way this goat, she is doing that according to her will, because Muslims don't believe in a free will, not for a human. So what about animals?
Yeah, seems legit, right? Okay, so the Aisha is saying that, but here we're not going to talk about the stoning verse, but actually the breastfeeding verse. So there is a verse, and there are quite a few riwayah, the hadiths, that actually say that, and it's quite a common practice in Pakistan, but with babies, not with grown-up men. So there is a tradition that if you know a guy who's become an adult, and if you want to make him, if you live around him, you can't really avoid him. He tends to walk in on you, or he's around you. So if you want to make him haram for you, meaning your mahram, mahram are those people you can't marry. They're like your brother, your uncle, your son.
But we just showed you that this does not make you mahram. Correct? Did we show you the fatwa? You remember? Do you remember? Here we go. The fatwa in front of you. It doesn't make you a mahram. Here we go. It does not. رضاع الكبير لا يحرم. It does not. So even when they lie and they say, oh, because that will make her forbidden, all Muslims agree that it does not. Khalid, he's saying that maybe this is only was for Salim to practice that. Khalid, let me ask you a question here. Give me a sec. Let me put your your text in the screen. All right, Khalid. Look what our friend here trying to defend. So he's saying, he's thinking, you know, trying to find a solution for this. I don't blame him. If all these scholars are agree with this hadith, I accept, but maybe it's about Salim, not the Muslims. Can you clarify? My friend, I just showed you that the fatwa saying they agree that Aisha, she was doing that. So how this is about Salim? Aisha, she was practicing that. So if it is only for one woman, and do you think there's God, he will make a one practice for one woman? Why? There's only one woman, she will meet a strange man. That's it. There's no, the rest of Muslim women, they don't. The whole point that this guy is a stranger, and the woman, she is afraid that her husband is jealous. He think wrongly about him. He's not her son. He's adult. He's a man. He even went to jihad. He have a beard. And he is in the house with this woman alone. But if this is a rule Allah created, he sent a verse saying breastfeeding or 10 times for any Muslim who want to enter upon a Muslim woman, for one woman, then he should say this is only for one woman in the verse. And the Muslim at that time should understand it very well. Do you understand the Quran better than Aisha? So when Aisha, she practiced it, she was stupid. How come nobody said to her at that time, don't be stupid? Where is your scholars? Where the caliphate? How come the caliphate don't say to her, hey, you cannot do that, this is haram? Where is her father, Abu Bakr? Because the one who is practicing the breastfeeding in reality, it was the daughter of Abu Bakr, her sisters. So the father was there, and he is the companion of the Prophet, and later he became a caliphate. And we do not know if he was practicing that during her father being a caliphate. I'm not sure, because it doesn't show the date. So the caliphate who is her father, and he is the one in charge of Islam, he did not say to her, this is not right? What about Umar? What about the rest? All of them. Where is what? You see? Only women who have dignity will not accept that. And this is why you see some women who they are wives of Muhammad, they don't want to do that because this is stupid. So we can notice and we can say that in the time of Muhammad, nobody agree with Muhammad. Nobody agree. Khalid, I told you I don't use Skype no more, my friend, because you see, when I go in Skype, Muslims, they start calling just to stop the one who is calling me. Like the thing will keep ringing. Even if I put myself in don't disturb, it still doesn't work. If you want to call me, I have bad talk. We don't use Skype no more. This is what they do. The second somebody call me, they start calling all of them to stop that Muslim from calling. This is number one. Number two, I receive tens of thousands of add me, and text, which mean no sense. In Talk, I have a control of that. Yeah, you know, it actually there's a you see, all of this, you see, those who they are trying to deny the garbage in the Quran and the garbage in the Hadith, there is a reason for that, because they are suffering. They are suffering. There's a Muslim woman from Egypt. She was asking one of the highest scholars of Islam in Egypt, in the Azhar University. And she said to him, she is a TV host. Are you saying now I have to breastfeed everybody in my studio? I have a decor engineer, I have electronic engineer, I have audio engineer, I have the director engineer. I mean, all of them. I have to suckle them all? He said yes. Yes. Sure, you have to suckle them. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. I found the video. You believe it or not, I found the video. Here we go. Because the Muslims, I'm sure they will try to take it down. This is a public Islamic TV. This is a very famous Egyptian TV host. This is not a Christian prince talking. It's not me. The Sheikh from Al-Azhar and a Muslim woman. And this is part of the video, not all of it. I will post the link for you. So in case you speak Arabic or somebody want to add subtitle, would be good. Here we go.
كده فتوى إرضاع زوجات رجال الأعمال للخدم حلال.
Fatwa that breastfeeding for the businessmen, their wives have to do breastfeeding for the servants. It's halal. She's asking him, is that true?
وصولة سعادتك ما فهمتش فقلبت عشان ما فهمتش قلبت الجورنال.
She said, I do not understand what this means, so I flipped the page to read the whole story.
العنوان بيقول فتوى يجب على زوجات رجال الأعمال أن
She didn't want to read it. She's shy to read it. The woman, she's shy to read it. It says the big title in the whole big newspaper in Egypt. It's a must for every businessman who have servant that their wife, they should suckle their servants or drivers or etc. They have to give their breast. This is why she was shy to read. She read the beginning and then she flipped the page. She cannot talk. And then what the Sheikh will say? He said, yeah, this is what the Prophet said. So what the problem? What's your problem? فتوى يجب على زوجات رجال الأعمال أن يرضعن السائق والطباخ والسفرجي ليحرموا عليهم. Let us translate. Fatwa. It's a fatwa. It's a holy order by Allah that the wives of the businessmen, which mean the rich men who have servants, etc., they must give a breastfeeding for the driver, for the cook, for the waiter, so they will be haram for them. She just flip the page, read it. And this is the picture of the big imam. This is not a guy in YouTube who doesn't understand his religion.
بصراحة ما فهمتش.
You know what? Seriously, I do not understand. Come on, you understand. This is why you brought him to the show. Don't act.
بصراحة ما فهمتش. وأصبت بحالة من الذعر.
I was terrified. Honestly, I could not understand. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. She used the word terrified, not me.
الكلام اللي مكتوب في الجورنال، وانا طبعا يعني بحيي فضيلة الشيخ ان انت قبلت ان انت تيجي ونناقش الموضوع.
And you, Mr. Sheikh, you accept to come, etc. Let's see what the Sheikh will say. Now she said what she said. Okay. Until now the Sheikh is not talking. Let's see the Sheikh.
الحقني 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 يا فضيلة، يصبحون محرمين عليها ويمكنها أن تتعامل معهم بلا حرج باعتبار أنهم أصبحوا أولادها. الحقني الحقني الحقني.
She's saying الحقني 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 in Egyptian tongue, like rescue me, rescue me, rescue me, that I have to do this.
يا فضيلة الشيخ اللي بيشتغلوا معايا دول أعمل.
Those who work with me in the studio, what I would do with them? Listen, she said, those who work with me in the studio, what I would do with them? You give them your breast. What's wrong with you?
حتى يصبحون محرمين عليها ويمكنها أن تتعامل معهم بلا حرج باعتبار أنهم أصبحوا أولادها. الحقني 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 فضيلة الشيخ. اللي بيشتغلوا معايا دول أعمل فيهم إيه؟ سواقين وزملاء والمصورين، أعمل إيه؟
She hit her cheek. He says, those who work with me, what I will do with them? The one for the light and the engineers and the camera guys and the drivers, what I will do with them? She's saying, are you sure I have to suckle them now? And the sheikh is laughing too. Islam is funny. Even the sheikh is laughing about what she said. She have now to breastfeed everybody. She's a woman who work in a TV show. There's a director. There's the one who correct her grammar. The one who put the makeup. The one who choose the clothing for her. The one who do the lighting. The one who do the wiring. I mean, she have to spend her life doing breastfeeding.
اعملي لي في الجرنان.
What he said? I missed this one. What he said?
اعملي لي في الجرنان.
He said to her, do as it says in the newspaper. Why not? You see, they are trying to avoid saying the word. So he said, do as it says in the newspaper, which means give your breast to everybody. She covered her face. This is a Muslim woman. That's why I'm saying to you, not all Muslims, they accept this garbage. There's many of them, if they give them a freedom, they will leave. This is why this woman, she is not wearing hijab. You ask yourself why she is smart. She is not stupid. Islam is not a smart religion. Islam is a stupid cult. Islam is a joke. And the first one who loves Islam is Islam, not me. This is a mockery. This is a mockery of God, whatever that God is. This is a mockery of a prophet, whatever whose prophet that is. Muhammad making a mockery of himself. What is the decency? What is the point? What is the intelligence? Islam is a mockery. And now what the Sheikh will say, he said to her, do what is in the newspaper. And look at the crowd like, hey, let us see it. Yeah, go practice, go. People are laughing, dying, laughing. Every Muslim, do you see anyone saying Takbir, Allahu Akbar? All Muslims are laughing because Islam is a mockery. Everybody there is a Muslim, I assure you, because no Christian in Egypt, he would dare to do such to express his true belief about this, because they will kill him. All of them, they are Muslims and they are dying from laughing. For what? For reading what the Prophet said.
دكتورة بتسأليني ولا بتعلميني؟
أنا عايزة أسأل الكلام ده اشرحه لي. هل الكلام ده
Okay, I'm asking you. Explain to me. Are you asking me? He said yes. She said yes. I'm asking you. Explain to me.
صحيح؟
هل الكلام ده
صحيح؟
أنا لم أقل هذا.
الحمد لله.
She is saying. She said to him, explain to me. He said, it's not me who said that. Listen. He said, I did not see that. I did not. It's not me who said that. The woman, she got happy now. She thought he would say, I know, I don't accept. But listen what he would say. I know. By the way, this is a long time ago. I saw it, but I don't remember. But I think he would say next, it was the Prophet who said that. So when he said, I did not say that, she said, Alhamdulillah, thank Allah, he did not say that. But look what he will say. He will say, it's not me who said that. It's your Prophet, you idiot.
الكلام ده اشرحه لي. هل الكلام ده صحيح؟ هل الكلام ده صحيح؟
أنا لم أقل هذا.
الحمد لله.
نهائيا.
أيوة كده.
وكلامي في كتاب مطبوع منشور منذ سنوات.
أنا بقى كان جالي ضربات.
He said, what is in the newspaper is not what I said. My words exist in a book. Let us see what he said in the book.
وليس فيه حرف من هذا الكلام. وإذا لقيتي حرف في كتابي هديلك 5000 جنيه.
بس.
أيوه. كفاية اللي أقدر عليه.
If you find what is written in the newspaper, I will give you $5,000 reward.
أنا لو أقدر أكتر من كده والله أدفع لك. أنا أحترم تفكيرك جدا الحمد لله. لكن والله.
And now he'll explain to her at the end of the day, yes. You see, all the argument is this: the Prophet, he said that. The Prophet, he said that.
كفاية عليكي إن أنا أحلف والله ما في حرف من دول أنا قلته.
وضح لي بقى، وضح لي لأن أنا في.
And now she is saying, explain. So he said what the newspaper is saying by word. Yeah, you know, like he was not talking about, you know, it's simply that woman, she had to do breastfeeding for anyone is an adult. He's a stranger. He did not mention driver, etc. He's saying, I did not say that, but it's the same. At the end of the day, she had to do breastfeeding. So now she said to him, explain to me. And now he started explaining. Okay, what the Prophet said.
عليه إذا ذكر العلماء فمالك النجم. مالك ده مؤلف كتابه سنة 140. أيوة. 140 هجرية. أيوة. يعني كان لسه بينه وبين الصحابة حاجة بسيطة قوي. حكى حديث، نفس الحديث أخرجه البخاري وأخرجه كثير من علماء الإسلام. ما هو الحديث؟ وحكموا عليه بالصحة. إن الرسول عليه.
He said, and Malik, Imam Malik, he was 140 years after the Prophet. He put it in his book, and all the scholars agree that this is authentic hadith. So he's taking them, don't blame me, it's your Prophet saying so.
عليه الصلاة والسلام لما نزلت آية تحريم التبني وما جعل أدعياءكم أبناءكم جاءت سيدة من المسلمات.
Anyway, those who speak Arabic, you can watch the rest of the video. So he's saying it's not me who said that, it's the Prophet. And yes, this is authentic and this is Sahih.